Well, a very good afternoon to you all. On the 7th day of lockdown in South Africa, I am Mark Long and Rector of St Andrews in Newlands, Cape Town. I'm wondering how you are coping with being locked down. Thus the gates behind me, the entrance to the rectory. If you're like everybody else, I'm aware there's a lot more traffic in the street outside. I think we're beginning to struggle. And the importance of staying home becomes even more important at this particular point in the journey. Tough to hold on to what is good and right when one's whole body and psyche is needing to get out and explore and find that space that we're all so used to. But often what is right is difficult and hard. And today in the Eucharistic Readings we have a passage from Jeremiah chapter 20 and a passage from John chapter 10. Jeremiah is moaning that God has called him to do things that are really difficult. So much of the message God gives him is to declare violence and destruction. And of course he keeps getting into trouble for making those kind of statements, but he says, even when I try not to speak, it's just wells up within me, I have to talk. So what is good, what is right needs to be spoken, it needs to be out there. Jesus is in argument with the Jewish leadership of his day. They're accusing him of blasphemy. And he says, what do you want to stone me for? Is what good deed that I've done? And they say, oh, the good deeds are irrelevant at this point. You're blaspheming, therefore we wish to stone you. And it just struck me reading there how we really do struggle to move beyond certain kind of traditional perspectives or beliefs that we hold. And for us in a time like this COVID-19 epidemic, we really are needing to acknowledge the disruptor that it is and let go of certain things in order to beat it, or at least to contain it and flatten that curve, but also just to actually find ways of living in a world that has changed. And right at the moment, that is staying home. That's being caring of ourselves and of each other in doing that. And so really to encourage you to stay home and to be careful. But more broadly than that, the big challenge that the readings place on us today is are we willing to let go of things? The Lent course earlier in the month, we were asking, or last month, we were asking the question, what belief, if we had to stop believing it, would make our faith crumble around us? And I think many of us are finding at this particular point that there are certain things that we really don't want to let go, because actually our faith hinges on that, and we need to reflect around that. For the Jewish leaders, that Jesus claimed to be Son of God, despite the fact he points out that the teachings say that we're all gods, gods with a small g, not God. Doesn't seem to cut it with them. They have a perspective, they have an insight, and they're not willing to move from that. And perhaps as part of our own reflections as church in this time where we are scattered and yet gathered through different ways, through modern media, what are those things that you and I are needing to let go of and be more open to God working in different ways in our lives? Really would encourage us to reflect on that, because I think we'll discover God in new and deeper and more exciting ways as we grapple with the unexpected. But God bless you.